Hey everybody, this is Sil Nissen, certified trainer with CandleCharts.com and a student of the man himself, Steve Nissen, the godfather, if you will, of the candles and candle charts that we now use on charts every single day. He was the one who brought all these candles to us from the Japanese rice traders. Was legendary rice traders that were known for their formidable trading overseas, and he brought that, interpreted all their manuals, their books, and so that we could have access and use to that brilliant knowledge right here in North America. So I'm going to spotlight today the Nissen Candle Scanner. That is the proprietary software that he designed to identify his favorite candle patterns on charts, but also use that same ability to scan through hundreds, thousands of stocks and find patterns that are truly identifiable, that are truly essentially of the criteria that the Japanese use, and Steve, of course, abides by as well. So the Nissen Candle Scanner is essentially like an indicator. It's placed on your charts, and it will help you identify specific candle patterns that you choose to do. So you'll see the abbreviations. This can also be put into full text if you wish, so that you can learn and identify them better and faster in the future. But otherwise, you've got bullish and bearish candle patterns, 24 to be more specific. If I right-click on the chart here, this is a NinjaTrader 8 chart. This indicator, this candle scanner, can be used on NinjaTrader. It can be used on eSignal, Trade Navigator, Trade Signal, as well as the MT4 Forex platform. So if you go into indicators, you will see that I have the Nissen Candle Scanner chosen in the bottom left-hand corner, and then on the right-hand side, currently I have the strict criteria, whether it be a no, you don't want it to show up on the chart, or yes, but the strict criteria as well. So you have two definitions of what that will be. And you get to choose what you want to see on your screen. You can then identify any of those that you wish to see or not see, and go about your business that way, and identifying the ones that may be your favorites, not just Steve's favorites as well. So any chart, anytime. This will go back as far back as you wish in terms of data and time. It's just there to help you identify what patterns are, and then use your own criteria, whether you're using other indicators, Western indicators, MACD, stochastics, RSI, Bollinger Bands, combinations thereof, and then confirm that the candle pattern is in fact a buy or sell signal. At the very bottom of this, you can actually see there was a very strong bull sash formation. I believe was one of the best around for a while. Solid sell that occurred all the way down. A very final capitulatory type move to the bottom. They slowed down. They reversed with a very strong and powerful bull sash formation. Eventually confirmed the following session, eventually breaking the breakdown polarity area support. That's now, it was resistance, now it's going to be support. Broke out again, and that was a buy signal to go into levels, into here, maybe into the last window, this falling window right here, this area, and maybe even as high really as this area right here. So it's got very close to that area. So this is a strong buy signal down at the bottom, purely identifiable with the bullish bull sash, as I said before, and identified easily with the Nissen Candle Scanner as well. This can be used on any chart. It can be used in Forex, ETFs, intraday charts, weekly charts, monthly charts. I can take you to a monthly chart, and you'll see that there'll be patterns identifiable here as well, anywhere and everywhere. And I've got only the strict patterns, which will really narrow down your search substantially, so that you don't have too much clutter perhaps on your chart, depending on what you want to see and what you don't want to see. Here's a weekly chart, and here again you've got patterns that are identifiable throughout. Again, specifically using strict patterns currently. As I said, we can use the Forex as well, and the US CAD, for instance. I've got some trend lines throughout demonstrating. So here on the far right, you've got an evening star bear sash combination coming right back to a support area, and then just very so briefly dipping lower. Another strong bear sash formation at a resistance level here as well, eventually fading to a lower level. Now a bullish Harami at the bottom at support, again confirming support, and then starting a new trend to the upside. So as I said, this can be used on any time frame. You can always go back down to even like a 30-minute chart and be able to see whatever you want to see on there as well, and identify whatever pattern. So I have the same US CAD Forex, and again on a 30-minute chart you've got various patterns that are developing and showing up. I can go to 60, same thing will develop there, and identify whatever patterns you're looking for included. So let me take that back to the daily chart. Let me go now to a really other fun part about the Nissen Candle Scanner, and that's the scanning ability and the scanning tool. So I've got a different chart, and I've got on the left-hand side, in this case, the market analyzer used for scanning purposes in Ninja. And you've got the instrument base on the left-hand side. Then I've got my criteria that I identified in the candle chart scanner in NCS, essentially. And you'll see whatever patterns develop. And this is actually like a 2-day look back, looking 2 days back on a daily chart. And I've got this linked up in a red so that I can click on just about anything. In this case, applied material, and the chart loads up. And now you're seeing that rising window that developed. In fact, back-to-back rising windows that occurred in the last couple of sessions as this scan was identifying. We've got BABA here down below, rising window and high wave there again. Same thing. Identifiable right there on the chart. You can decide now whether this is a buying candidate or not. You've got Doji. Many people like Doji and see there's possible trades whether at the top or at the bottom of a trend or at a support resistance level. And now we're seeing a Doji in a restful state at a very strong, essentially resistance and breakdown level that occurred right here. So now it's just pausing and giving a little profit back after a sharp move and V-shaped maneuver back to the large selling area. Now is it going to go through? Right now it looks strong enough to consider it. One way is to wait and see. That level of indecision may still prove to be on the bearish side. So we go down the list of possibilities the way the markets were at the time. So that's usable and tradable, whichever time frame, once again, that you've scanned for and identify on your charts. You'll see at the bottom of the market analyzer I've got different tabs. That was now the strict criteria versus just a standard criteria with a different instrument list. In this case, the Dow Jones 30. I have a bouncing ball strategy, which is to identify hammers and hammers only, and looking for that as a support level at some point to consider as a long side trade. So the lone one I'm seeing on the chart right now is AM, and there's AM on the chart now. And the hammer was identified in the last 8 sessions based on this criteria. So there's your hammer. Is that a good enough criteria for you to consider going on the long side? You can see already it has proven so and gone to the upside thus far. So the market analyzer can be have whatever criteria you want, various tabs. I got another one here, for instance, that I use very often every single day when I look over the general market indexes and various futures and certain Forex components as well, to get an idea of what the world is doing, how the indexes are trading, and where everyone's putting money in and out. I've got my own, say, personal trade ideas. There was a time when Bitcoin was hot and heavy. So there are a few of Bitcoins, including some other components that function similarly. If you have just Forex, you can do a whole Forex list. And again, the ability and the flexibility is sort of endless in a way. You can also add other indicators, including, as I said before. So the Nissen Candle Scanner is designed to provide you the insight, the learning ability to understand the candles better, identify them better, but also be able to, at a glance, feel like you've got Steve Nissen and the Japanese rice traders right there at your bedside or at your chair next to your computer, looking at and identifying candles in an appropriate manner so that you can find that next trading opportunity and not miss it, but also know what's right versus what's wrong so that you don't get into the wrong trade, of course, as well, wasting that valuable money in your account and saving that for the next trade later. All right, so that's it for this spotlight. I want to show you and share that valuable NCS program that we have, the indicator that's placed on your charts, again, used for NinjaTrader 7 and 8. It's for Trade Navigator, Trade Signal, eSignal, as well as the MT4 Forex platform as well. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. Check it out. We'd love to have you join us and use this valuable software every single day. Thanks.